12.15 is a fraud discussion with those charged with governance. It's a fairly basic document. Basically, you're going out and you're having a discussion with various levels of management within the entity. And you'll see the first one says at least the CFO. There's also a block for you to go and have a discussion with an audit committee, the internal audit, and any other staff. How you complete this, you could go and have the same discussion with two different people and put both their comments in. But the point of this entire questionnaire is to go and identify, are we once again finding any fraud risks? Specifically, because this is a fraud discussion, we're looking specifically for fraud risks. And once again, if you do find a risk, we need to go and document that risk. We're not asking if it's fraud or business. We're assuming that it's fraud based on the nature of the questions. So question one is, are you aware of actual or suspected fraud affecting the company? Well, if your CFO is saying, yes, there is fraud, well, obviously you've identified a fraud risk that you need to do something about in your audit. The questions go into a fair amount of detail in some cases. Some of them, some clients, the staff are just not going to be able to answer. So you have a look at the questions, look at what's applicable for you, go and have those discussions. But we are dealing with fraud, which is quite important, so please don't just skim over it and ignore it. It is important to go and have these discussions with your client.